And we are back. Back. And it looks like what I got to do for my face cam is just update a driver. Guess I hadn't done that in a while, and I don't have the one with Windows 10 compatibility. So still no face cam for the rest of this stream, but we'll get this fixed for Saturday, hopefully. Meanwhile, game. Going fine. A little bit of wee salt for losing Cristo Redentor. I could potentially do something with all the money I have now. Probably upgrade some troops. So here's what I'm thinking. I think there's going to be some war in the future. I mean, we might still ultimately win, technically, by culture victory. But I think what we're going to have to do is go and steal a few more wonders and some culture production. Maybe make a run at Washington, since they are kind of scary. Although, really what I want to do is go and grab Addis Ababa, which has a frack ton of wonders in it. It's very far away, is the problem. I think it's possible that, like, paratroopers and such might ultimately have to be what's used. That is really, really far away. I suppose I could go and conquer Melbourne, then Cape Town, and then go to Addis Ababa. That would work. Alternatively, Vatican City into Lalibela, which might be slightly stronger. Now, Ethiopia doesn't actually have that many troops, I don't think. Well, we're third in soldiers, so I assume Ethiopia is second. Yeah, there we go. America is first, and they've actually built up a much larger army than the last time we checked. So we're going to have to be a wee bit concerned about that. We're building research labs everywhere, but we may want to worry specifically about our military might. One of the things, too, is I can upgrade a few more of my troops and make sure that they are completely maxed out. And I think right now they are. We don't have access to rocket artillery, which still puts us fairly behind the American tech. That is an expensive upgrade. I'm not going to bother doing that unless, well, actually they have a crap ton of troops here, so I will go and do that. And frankly, London might need some extra help. Research labs are important, but part of me is really thinking that I might have to focus even more on my military. We snuck in a few here and there, but not enough, I think. Where are you going? Yeah, whatever. Attila's Court. You have barracks? No, you don't. Why don't you go and do that? Screw the archaeologists. Finish the research labs, though. The ones that I've got queued up so far. And a couple of stadiums would not be a terrible thing. Haley is plotting against Boudica. Share intrigue. There's no way America's not attacking me. We have a great general over here. Really? Move on up. So we have 3 great generals? 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, then we'll definitely be spending some on citadels when it comes time to defend ourselves, which I feel might be sooner rather than later. So after you finish this, I definitely need a couple more infantry. Maybe I should have taken the Foreign Legion or whatever it's called. You are going to end up over here. Castle's going to help London. Okay, no declaration of war yet. I'm really concerned that it's going to happen soon. Ethiopia and America still have a truce, so we can't do anything there. You have barracks and everything. Good. Why don't you... More infantry. Just a few more. Could have started on paratroopers soon, too. Who is that? I gotta change that sound. Washington archaeologist goes for Kuala Lumpur. Oh, okay. Right in there. Yeah, we'll deal without it. Right now, I got other things I gotta prioritize. I would still very much like this one because you can work it as a landmark. But I'm gonna have to hold off on some of the other sites and just accept that. I should really be tuning some of this stuff too, like specialists that are being worked. Specialists are going to be worked pretty heavily everywhere by the AI because of the modifiers we've got, and that's mostly okay. Could get a great scientist here quite a bit quicker. No. Yeah, that would be pretty darn helpful. And also go ahead and work on getting some musician. That's fine too. Okay, let's do that. Choose production. Granary is done. Lovely. Right, you're still a pretty small town. You've got a pasture here. So not really a strong case for the stable. Oh, let's get a mosque. That's fine. I mean, Faith-Bind Great Scientist is pretty good too. But the mosques are good for all kinds of different things. Give me a castle. Castle is done here. I'm actually wondering in London about building an arsenal because it's relatively far away and it might have a hard time holding out until we can reinforce it. I'm not sure if the arsenal is going to make a massive difference one way or another though. 25 extra hit points. I mean, it's something and a little bit more strength, but honestly just building more units might be good here. Go barracks, maybe not all the way. Just go barracks into building infantry. Yeah, I think that would be all right. You get as close to here as possible. Montgomery. I think you may stand here and turn that into a citadel if we get attacked. I'm worried that any second now. Hey, did we just rig the elections in Vancouver? That's fast. Can we coupe them? No. Schmoozing, just keeping an eye on there. And plus, spreading a little bit more tourism. And we're doing some reverse spying in Mosin Connie, which is still good. I mean, we're still a little bit behind America, but not that far behind. Barracks are done here. I mean, yeah, there's so many things I want, but I'm terrified that we're just going to get destroyed. So... Oh, they don't have any planes yet. But planes could start to be a thing relatively soon. Speaking of, we've got flight, but we need, Oh, no, we can dig for oil. Do we have oil? There's oil in Bucharest. I guess we don't have oil. If anyone can spot some, let me know in a message. I'm notoriously bad at spotting this. Of course, America's got some down there. Well, the desert is down here. So, yeah, we're going to be low on oil without the coast or the desert. Or actual tundra. Here's got some. So, I mean, we've got some targets. But no planes for us. Okay, you sit guard there. Still got some amount of money, which I will use to emergency upgrade some units wherever we happen to get attacked. Well, let's hope for uranium at least. And I mean, we've got aluminum. We actually have a ton of aluminum. Which will be handy whenever we develop rocket artillery. Which I think will be the next thing to research. Get that going on. We'll have to build the Manhattan Project before we get our atomic bombs. So I think this order is going to be fine. We can get another trade route that way, which isn't terrible. But isn't a huge priority. Let's do this. Still getting quite a lot of science from America. Which is a little concerning. In that they're clearly still ahead of us. More infantry. Okay, we got enough getting built. Once a couple of them pop out, I will feel dramatically safer. There's no way for me to bribe you into attacking America, right? No, you still have a peace treaty. Okay. You'll pay me pretty substantially for historical landmarks. Very nice. Give me, Nice. I probably could have asked for more. Because it's almost certainly going to pass regardless, because Ethiopia's got a ton of votes. Yes, that is good. Leaving me at exactly 1 happiness. Although, we're about to finish a stadium. That's going to be important if war does break out, because we want to make sure we have positive happiness. Alright, atomic theory. Uranium. Is that my only source? It is a 4-stack, which isn't bad. Currently has a lumber mill. We're going to have to encourage one of our workers to go over there to replace it. Go to Dublin. Who's that? Isn't the oil near Vatican City in your territory? Nope. But we could steal it. It's only a 2-stack, though. But it might be worth stealing that. we got planes here. Actually, I think we might do that. It only gives us 2. How about this? This is a 5 stack. Stealing 5 oil. Pretty good. Alright, let's do it. You. Come up here. And with the city-state, we can actually walk into their territory. We can build a citadel on top of a strategic resource and get it, I think. Pretty sure that's the case. Because you can build a citadel and you don't know where it's going to be there. I think you get it. So we'll do that. Just to gain maximum territory. Stadium is done. I guess we can go back to research labs. Stadium is done there as well. So we'll squeeze out another one. Castle is done here. And you have military buildings. No? No, you don't. I'm going to go barracks into a military unit. A little more anti-aircraft gun. So it might start to become relevant soon. Yes, that's fine. So much territory and most new resources. Yeah, well, it's a weird map. This is a Great Plains map, so a lot of the rules are a little different in terms of what kind of territory can spawn everywhere, and territory influences what can spawn in places. You. Stop. There we go. So you can be automated again. That's fine. Get everything railroaded up. Get some extra production everywhere. I will keep selling you the silver. That is okay. America keeps wandering through my territory. Okay. So we did get gold, and by a fair margin. But really, if I'd stopped 1,000 sooner, then Haley could potentially decided to go crazy, right, and gone 1,000 more. Like, this guaranteed it and was almost certainly going to be overkill, but it's not that much overkill. Boom! So we're going to get double tourism, plus a bunch of extra happiness, and city-state stuff, and policy stuff, which I will go ahead and work my way down aesthetics at this point. Because you never know. Anyway, research lab completed here. That's good. Science has gone up considerably in the last few turns. Build me a castle, although you do have barracks. No. Oh, we have a lot of happiness. No, go castle first. Castle into one more anti-aircraft gun, and I think that'll be a pretty good set. Research lab finished up here. Let's get some more broadcast towers underway. So I'm going to go here and wait for that to move. Of course, our stuff will get pillaged right away, but that's all right. You're going to build a mine on top of this uranium. It is a 4-stack uranium. So 4 atomic bombs, or 2 nuclear missiles. Yes, let us work together. In fact, no, I can't research agreement with you. You're too poor. And a little bit of cover. And I'm going to get you to... No. Yeah, the second the war starts, this gets pillaged, and I just lose it. Although I can plan a strike against Ethiopia to start off with, which might not be a terrible idea. We'll connect the oil. Bam. Sorry, Jerusalem. But now we have 5 oil. Nice. So, America. I think we... Oh, look at the front line. We're starting on bombers. Just going to crack out 5 bombers as quickly as possible. A war with America will not reset this tile, which is good. And I think inevitably that will be the first one. Because they're going to declare on me. Probably like now. Well, soon anyway. Rocketry. Getting the rocket artillery upgrades will be very, very, very nice. If we can hold out 10 more turns, that'll be beautiful. So I'm going to go and stand a unit here so it doesn't get randomly pillaged. I'm not going to be able to hold off against Jerusalem if we do get in a war against Ethiopia. But for a little while, we'll be okay. Alright, planes and nukes. Oh, I should start on the Manhattan Project. We'll build that in our capital because it's pretty fast. Washington is plotting against us. You don't say! Fucking hell, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, damn. Well, they're obviously attacking Tonga, right? Not any of my other cities. So, let's pull more troops in that direction. I mean, they'll probably try to attack other cities. But to start off with, it's going to be this. So let's get ready to bombard the crap out of them. Really? River crossing there? Oh, that's most inconvenient. Can you... If this Comanche rider wasn't there... No. You're still all sucky and stupid. Okay. Cross there and we'll get back to you. Set up. Set up. Wait. Everything here is upgraded. I could buy a unit. If this artillery wasn't in the city... Well, presumably. I have 1,600 bucks. That's going to be enough to buy a unit. Yeah? Oh, I could just buy a bomber. Actually, let's do that. You even have a barracks and everything. You're going to get bombardment. Oh, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad. So yes, a couple of units by London. Tillis Court doesn't have much. And actually, I think we can afford to move some troops away from Attila's Court. Yeah, we have to get as many people to the real front as possible. Is this really not connected properly? It's really not. I mean, it's connected to my network, but this is actually really shitty for, like, warring stuff. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to get some of these river crossings worked on. Okay. Most likely they'll declare next turn. Ethiopia, you're not interested, are you? You still have a peace agreement? You do. And Boudica, she's too small. She's not going to want to do that. Again, I'll leave this here to make sure it doesn't get randomly pillaged. Next turn. Oh god, it's going to hurt. What? War? I'm surprised. No, they're paratrooping in. No, they killed that unit right away. It's more than a little annoying. Okay. Let's go and kill their rocket artillery. Nice. Okay. You've got no one to fire up back here. All right, let's move over here. First, we'll have the city attack whatever the city can attack. We will, I guess, use the bomber right away. Well, no, we'll have the artillery. Try to focus down some stuff. Because the bombers have a lot more reach. To keep killing their melee, I guess. We've got an infantry in here. You're going to get a shock promotion. And then, yeah, just pop out here. Protect my artillery. Airstrike. Pew. Oh, and one more bombard. Finish that guy off. Very nice. You just fortify up. Okay. We want to move you to right here. That'll be nicely protected. You probably won't be able to shoot this turn, but that's okay. I'm just going to protect my worker over here. That'll be sufficient. Comanche Rider, I think I'm going to leave you where you are. If I go here, I actually can't be meleeed right away, so that's all right. And this gives me the opportunity to fire this turn. So I will do that. I think this is fine. I might get bombarded. But it's not too bad. Okay. And you finish building an infantry, which is nice. Build me another bomber. And you build me a bomber as well. My diplomat was evacuated. Right. So I'm going to move you into a city-state, although it can't be one that I'm currently at war with. I wonder if I can flip Jerusalem. That would actually be insanely handy. I mean, they do hate me right now. But it's only by minus 19 of the resting point. Alright, listen. You. You're going to go into Jerusalem. Maybe we can placate them. We'll see how it goes. Probably not, but we'll see. Okay. Most of my cities are building military units. Happiness is good. Oh, we're currently losing a lot of money because all our trade routes went away. That is a wee bit unfortunate. Winnemucca, when you finish that castle, start working on a caravan. Okay. Hey, thanks, June. I appreciate that. I totally understand where you're coming from. All right. Boom. You... Oh, I want you to continue to work on building a bridge, basically, across here. Okay, next turn. This will be the big one as the rocket artillery starts to come into play, because the rocket artillery doesn't have to set up first. So they can deal damage a lot faster than you might expect, and yet we're okay. I'm so happy they're still on Great War Infantry. That's huge. You are just going to rest until fortified. We're not going to take any risks. We're going to start with the ones in the back. I'm not going to go volley. I'm going to try to get up to accuracy 3, because A, I want, like, logistics, and potentially +1 range. Do I want to smack into you or anything like that? No, I think I want to leave everyone in the front fortified. Now, I do want to try to whittle down their artillery, though. So if we can do this, that's great. And then you won't get to go. And you're just going to go back and stand in London. And... Oh, mobile SAMs. They do have SAMs. We're going to cross into here. As long as I don't die, and I won't, I'll do that because I'll be nicely protected. Actually go and soften those guys up a bit more. And you. And this bomber. Almost, but not quite finish that off. There we go. Okay, good. Comanche Rider, you're going to just heal up. You know, there's not much in the way of bombard over here. I think I can pretty safely do a little bit of that. Oh, where's my... Okay, I do have a great general here. I should move you into the city, though. This is one I was thinking about citadeling up, but I don't think we're going to need to do that at all. Where's my other great general? Because I used one for the citadel. I've got you here. And I had a third one, did I not? Was it just imagining it, counting the same guy twice? Nope. You're sleeping there. Let's do that. That's still relatively safe for now. Okay. Next turn.